Screening tenants is an important step to successfully having a profitable rental property. In the state of California, there are several laws you must abide to when screening tenants. In this video, I will cover the screening process and how it is important to be aware of the state and federal laws that govern tenant screening. Some examples of these laws are for the rental application, the Fair Housing Laws. Credit checks is a Fair Credit Reporting Act. For background checks and criminal background checks are for convictions only, Fair Chance Act. Verify income and employment. You cannot discriminate for source of income. For check references, you should contact all references on the application. When completing tenant screening, you may charge a screening fee with the maximum amount set at $52.46. An itemized receipt must be included, a list of all screening charges, and an hourly charge for your time. Any services not used must be refunded to the applicant. Please remember, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, and it's always recommended to consult a lawyer to ensure you comply with federal, state, and local laws, ordinances, and regulations. To manage properties successfully, you must have a good screening process. In the state of California, there are several laws you must adhere to during your screening process. California has some of the most stringent fair housing laws, the biggest being the Fair Employment and Housing Act of California, and this includes many protected classes, such as age, color, race, religion, national origin and ancestry, familial status or marital status, disabilities or handicaps, including mental or physical, sex, gender identity, gender expression, citizenship or immigration status, genetic information, medical conditions, primary language, sexual orientation, military or veteran status, source of income, or any other arbitrary discrimination. When using tenant screening applications, you need to take care on which questions are asked and how they are worded. It is legal for you to ask for the birth date on an application, but you cannot use this as part of the approval process. It is only for screening accuracy and identification verification. Now that the tenant has filled out the application, it's time to conduct the credit and background checks. You must comply with the Fair Credit Reporting Act when conducting credit checks. This requires written consent to run the credit check. You must provide the applicant with a copy of the report and adverse action notice if the application is denied based on credit. When running background checks, you may only use convictions, and any misdemeanors cannot go back more than 3 years. If a case has been sealed, the tenant does not need to disclose the information on the application, and this includes any previous evictions. It is important to verify an applicant's employment and income. You must be careful with this, as you cannot require an applicant to be employed, although they do need to be able to verify their income. As a landlord, it is illegal to discriminate upon the source of income. Examples of this would be public assistance, child support, or alimony. You can ask for pay stubs, letters from employment, or court orders of proof of income. I always suggest verifying the source of income and the length of its expected time. It's a good practice to check the references that are on the application. You should call previous landlords, employers, and check with friends and family. One of the best ways to authenticate information is to use it incorrectly and see if anyone corrects you. You can get a good idea of who the tenant is by having these conversations. Screening tenants is a crucial step to having a successful rental property. By conducting a thorough tenant screening, you increase your chances of finding a reliable tenant who takes care of your property and pays their rent on time. Remember, in the state of California, it's important to comply with fair housing and other laws when screening your tenants. Always screen all of your tenants the same to avoid any discrimination claims. Here at Your Home Imagined, Inc., we're located in the Temecula, Lake Elsinore, Menifee, and Murrieta areas. We use a rental screening service to reduce our risk and create an equal screening process for all of our tenants. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know if you have any questions or topics for future videos.